Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Again, my name is Randi Rios-Castro. I'm the CEO for Jawonio. I'm going to give a little bit of background on Jawonio and our employment program, and then I'm going to turn it over to Sara and Michele to talk about our cleaning company and our Brick It Again store. So bear with me while we give you a little bit of our history. So Jawonio's been around since 1947. We were founded by a group of families that really wanted something more for their loved ones, and we provide lifespan services. So what that means is we go from birth through end of life, and our mission is to focus on the independence, well-being, and equality of all the people that we're supporting. And at the heart of what we do is independence, which is our name. Jawonio is an indigenous American word that means independence, and we really take that to heart. So we have a multitude of programs, starting from our early intervention. We have a preschool, we have a summer education program, we do respite services, residential services, rehabilitation services, pre-vocational services, community employment services. We have a mental health program called PROS, which is personalized recovery-oriented services, a number of drop-in centers. We do health home care management, and we also do our cleaning company and our Brick It Again store. So the ones that I'm going to kind of focus on as they relate to employment are our day habilitation, the pre-voc supportive employment, and our career-specific vocational training program, because those are the ones that we're going to focus on for the presentation today. So with our day habilitation program, people come in and they're learning to gain new skills that they can use in the community, volunteering activities. They're learning all kinds of valuable skills that they can utilize to communicate and manage their money, and all of those skills that they would need leading up to pre-vocational. What we hope to do is to move people across that continuum of services. So, if they start in our day habilitation program, then we hope that we can move them along to the pre-voc, where they're learning more specific skills related to employment. That would be like, building a resume, what it means to make change, and doing, interviews. We also have our supportive employment department. They help to, really learn what the individual wants to do in terms of employment, teach them skills for interviewing, helping them go out and find those types of jobs. And then we also have our career-specific vocational training program called the Retail Boot Camp. This came out of an award from OPWDD, and those people go through and they learn everything about being in a retail setting. So Jawonio, they began their employment services in a sheltered. Jawonio began its employment services in 1968 when it started a sheltered workshop. That's how we began with embedding employment in what we're doing within Jawonio. Over the years, it evolved, and individuals that we support, both with developmental disabilities, mental health challenges, and veterans, are now engaged in employment in the community and through businesses that we hear about. And then the sheltered workshops kind of were phased out, so they don't do that anymore. Now they're either employed within businesses in the community that we've located for them, or within our own businesses that we have run. We run a variety of work readiness classes. We help people get internships, and then we help to move them into those local businesses. Our community partnerships afford many of the people we support the opportunity to work in area businesses, gain valuable work-related skills while being supported. Once they're comfortable in those jobs, which is different for everybody, those supports may decrease over time. We see the impact of the people that we're employing. They're more confident, they're very proud to earn a paycheck. It enhances their independence, their sense of self-worth, and their sense of accomplishment. And we're proud to be able to support so many of these people in their jobs. So we place people in jobs where we are confident they will excel, using a person-centered approach to understand the type of work they want and help them with the skills to both get the job and then to keep the job. Employers get individuals that want to work, are dedicated and reliable, and they also get tax incentives for their inclusive employment practices. So some of our employers are able to get a credit of up to $2,100 for every person with a disability that they're employing. In addition, they get access to Jawonio employment staff to assist when needed to get people back on track. And many of the employers tell us that they wish that they had our services for all of their other staff, all of their other non-disabled staff. So we truly believe our folks are empowered when employed. They build lasting relationships in the businesses and communities where they work. They are hardworking, dedicated employees, which has a tremendous impact on the businesses that employ them. Our community employment services team, many of whom have been with us for years, some of them have been with us for decades, have a true commitment to the people that they're supporting, the businesses we partner with for placements, and are always looking to match the right opportunities to the right person. Whether it's through internships or full-time employment, we are introducing people to work. We count on the relationships we have built to help people get jobs in the businesses in the community. And we also utilize our preferred source contracts that you'll hear about in a few minutes from Michele. So currently we're supporting 450 people, both within Westchester and Rockland counties, at over 130 active employment sites. We have developed relationships with over 250 businesses. Some of those businesses still employ people we have placed, but those people no longer need our supports. And the average retention rate is 7 years, which is pretty incredible if you think about it. We work with OPWDD, Access VR, we work with ORS to help support people in their quest for employment. And we mentioned this earlier about the employability. Jawonio took the employability pledge, and we employ people with disabilities, veterans, and those underserved populations throughout all of our work sites, whether it's in our finance department, our human resource department, in our preschool, and various other locations throughout the Jawonio organization, in addition to our Brick It Again store and the cleaning company that you'll hear about in a minute. So I would encourage all businesses to take the employability pledge. So now I think I'm going to turn it over to Michele. She's going to talk to you a little bit about the Jawonio Cleaning Company.
So good afternoon, everyone. My name's Michele Curtis. As we said before, I'm Director of Social Enterprises and Business Development. Great title. I have oversight of the Jawonio Cleaning Company. The Jawonio Cleaning Company was established over 25 years ago. We currently employ 170 people with and without disabilities and veterans. Sales revenue for 2025, we're estimating $7 million. The Jawonio Cleaning Company also cleans 2 million square feet throughout Rockland and Westchester counties. Our goal is pretty simple. It's to meet or exceed the expectations of our customers while providing opportunities for people with special needs and veterans. We currently hold 28 preferred source contracts through New York State Industries for the disabled. And a little about the preferred source. The preferred source status ensures that state agencies prioritize purchasing from organizations that employ individuals with disabilities, contributing to a more inclusive and equitable economy. We must maintain, in order to maintain our status, we have to employ a majority of direct labor has to be people with disabilities or qualified veterans. A little bit about the preferred source contracts. They pay the prevailing wage rate. Prevailing wage rate currently is $19.45 an hour with another $1.25 supplemental wage. That's for Rockland and Westchester County. And I see you nodding. That's for Rockland and Westchester County. And in contrast, Rockland County's minimum wage is $15.50. So it's quite a bit higher. These are really good paying jobs, and you're talking $17.20 an hour. Some of our larger cleaning contracts, just to highlight them, we clean the White Plains Courthouse, where we employ 55 people, 55 cleaners. The Yeager Health Complex, we employ 35 cleaners, but we clean 14 buildings there. We clean the Hudson Valley DDSO. We have 5 Mass Transit Authority sites. We have 4 DMV sites, and our another large site that we brought on was Camp Smith, which we'll go into in a little. I have a video that we'll show in a few minutes. So in order to continue to grow, and we've experienced a lot of growth, mostly due to COVID. The COVID pandemic really grew the cleaning company. Of course, we work with our own community employment services, but we needed to partner. And we're currently partnering with the Hudson Valley Veterans Association and OMH, and of course, we're always open to partnering with other agencies as well. I wanted to share a couple of really nice comments that we received from the Veterans Association. This was from Gary Gutierrez, who happens to be Community Employment Coordinator and Vocational Development Specialist. Veterans who are hired by Jawonio Custodial Services feel a sense of purpose again. They feel more confident about themselves and can now place their best foot forward in life, living an independent life. The second quote, really nice quote, was from Dorota Bill, and she's a rehab vocational counselor with OMH. Work has been proven to be one of the best forms of therapy for people with mental illness. Not everybody is able to overcome these challenges, but when there's an organization like Jawonio, wonderful things happen. People get healthy, happy, proud because of the dignity of work. And some of these jobs are not just jobs. We provide a lot of career growth. Over 55% of our managers have been promoted from within. One of the gentlemen on the slide there is Director of Custodial Services, Gary Rayo. He actually came on as a cleaner, was promoted to supervisor, assistant manager, and then now Director of Custodial Services. And I can say over 50% of the promotions happened within the last 5 years. Lastly, I wanted to show you a Camp Smith video that was produced a couple of years ago. A few years ago, it was right after COVID, we were approached by Camp Smith to come up and do what they call COVID cleaning. They had a COVID contract, COVID grant, so that they could afford to have us come up and do cleaning at the site. We were able to go up and do the cleaning. It was only a 1-year contract, but we decided to kind of make the investment to show them what we're about. They were so happy with the services, we were then able to get a 1-year contract with 4 one-year contract renewals. We have 8 cleaners that go up on a daily basis. They are transported from our Yonkers facility, brought up, they spend the day cleaning, and they come back. And there was some really nice quotes from lieutenants up at Camp Smith that could verify the work that's being done and encourage other companies, agencies, et cetera, to really utilize this type of service.
Break the extend mode and then you should, okay. So when you want to go back into your presentation, just go back in.
Jawonio Cleaning Company started over 24 years ago, and it was developed so that we could provide job opportunities for people with and without disabilities. All of our contracts offer the prevailing wage rate plus their supplemental wage. So they're really good paying jobs, and it allows them to earn a paycheck and be a valued member of society. We work primarily with NICE and New York State Industries for the Disabled.
Jawonio prides itself on having 80% of the workers being disabled. With the collective collaboration that's in place really helps the individual as a whole to be as successful as possible. This lets them learn a skill, have a job, also the social aspects of being an employee and having peers to work with, which grows the individual.
This is actually our third year at Camp Smith. The first year was under the COVID contract. We received a 5-year contract and 1 year with 4-year renewals afterwards.
Camp Smith was founded 17 years after the Civil War. New York State wanted to have a more professional force. One of the things they needed was a place to train, so they bought this place. It was expanded in World War I, and we've been training soldiers here since shortly after the end of the Civil War. During COVID, we had an opportunity to get a cleaning contract, and Jawonio is one of those vendors that New York State prefers, so we went straight to them, and we've maintained that following COVID because it helps us keep our buildings in the manner that they should be kept for when soldiers come and train here. They do a great job. One of the Jawonio employees applied for a job here and we hired him. He's doing fantastic work for us in our biggest building.
Our job here at Camp Smith is to keep everything clean. On a daily basis, we get up here from Yonkers all together in our van. The first thing we do is we go to the office and get the supplies that we need for the day. One by one, everybody gets dropped off at the building that they clean first. I make several supply runs for things that may be needed in various buildings. And then I pick up the different cleaners and take them to their second and third buildings until eventually all the buildings are clean. And everybody gets together and we go back down to Yonkers and do it again the next day.
I moved closer to Camp Smith because I love my job.
I like working with Jawonio. I love cleaning. I like, the workers, and I like everybody here. Especially the supervisor, I love it. Like Jahan, we love Jahan.
Our guys clean this site every day. I mean, from the barracks to the chow halls, all the latrines, even the office areas, the gyms, and they do a very good job. I get enjoyment out of being able to help and know that, I made a difference in that day, whether it was big or small.
I wouldn't hesitate to hire the Jawonio Cleaning Company. You're going to get a consistent result. You got friendly people that show up. They're flexible. You're not going to get a better product for the price that you're paying.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming today. And I want to introduce Sara again, who's going to go through Brick It again.
Okay. Hi. Hi. Thank you so much for being very patient. My name is Sara Trowers. I am the Chief Program Officer at Jawonio, and I oversee Brick It Again, which is our Lego resale store and vocational training hub operated by Jawonio. It merges workforce development with community engagement by offering inclusive, skill-based learning. We have paid and volunteer roles, and it's really a taste of the world of work with entrepreneurial experiences to individuals with disabilities and or barriers to employment. So by show of hands, who here has played with Legos, purchased Legos, stepped on Legos? Yeah? It's really a fun project. This is our second year doing it. We are a brick and mortar store located in Valley Cottage, and we've had a lot of fun and excitement. I'm going to attempt to play a video. So our mission is to, as I said before, build an inclusive community hub that provides vocational training and skill building for our individuals. We support or have work at the store individuals with developmental disabilities, mental health challenges, and other chronic medical needs. As Randi mentioned earlier in her presentation, we're a lifespan organization, so the individuals that work at the store come from the community and or one of our programs, whether it be our community employment services program where they have a job coach attached, or our day program, or our PROS program, which is our positive recovery oriented services program for those with mental health challenges. And then we get people that apply from the community, as now we are this hub in the community where we're hoping to destigmatize what it is to see and work with and engage with a person who has a disability. So what we offer is a functional retail storefront for meaningful work experience, vocational readiness. So through our day hub, we have individuals who are in our pre-vocational services that come and get a taste of what the world of work is. We do STEM education workshops in the different local high schools and schools in the area. We also have career exploration events that we host, and we partner with a lot of schools, colleges, and other employers in the county so that we have synergy all around. And we also, for the fun part, have Lego-themed birthday parties and classes that we are able to host at the store. We're coming up on our 2-year anniversary here at Brick It Again lately. We are so honored and so happy to see the tremendous growth and the opportunities that we've been able to provide here at the store. We started in infancy with 6 shelves and a few products, and now we are overrunning. We have storage off-site. I think that's a testament really to the hard work of the team here. And then of course we have all the participants from the various different programs at Jawonio that come in and make this place come to life.
Legos, regardless of your location, age, rank, or education, everybody has the same interest, everybody loves it, and it really does bring everybody together because it's really fun.
People are really excited for us to be in the community, have the opportunity to come in, visit our store, and know that everything that they're donating is going to a good cause, that we're working to employ people with disabilities.
The Brick It Again Lego Resale Store is truly an innovative project. We get to see our mission at work, and we are hoping that this is a store that could potentially be franchised, a model for other organizations to replicate. If we could get service dollars to come behind programs such as these, it will take what we're doing at the site-based programs and elevate that. It truly goes back to our mission statement at Jawonio, where we're empowering individuals to lead independent and fulfilling lives. I think the store personifies that.
I check the packages, I separate the pieces, and then rebuild them and check if there's some missing pieces.
For me, that's a success. It's the story of Brandon, who has completely shifted his life. He has such a zeal for coming to work.
This is Brandon dream come true, and thank God he find this place and he's happy. Brandon is very happy here.
As we count down to year 2, we are super excited about continuing to make the store sustainable. We want to ensure that Brick It Again remains in this community for the next 70+ years. We would like to thank CP State for awarding Brick It Again the Program Innovation Award. We are so thrilled that we get to share what we do here every day and to empower the lives of the people that we support. Thank you so much. All right, so here are some photographs. I think the video encapsulates what we've said and what Randy shared this morning. In terms of, okay, so this is Andrew, who's our store manager that you met with kids that had a birthday party. They sort of go out onto the floor and they are able to build and play. We have this young lady here who's in our Without Walls program. This is Brandon, our star. He was one of our first employees in the store. We are, I'd say 90% donation based, so all the Legos that we get in come from the community. We have people mailing them and we go pick up depending on the location. This was when we just started, so the walls are bare compared to here, where you can see that we have a lot more products. This is Andrew presenting at one of the local elementary schools in the county. We have our birthday party flyers, birthday party with dad and a group of kids. And as I mentioned before, we work with a lot of colleges, and so this is Dominican University on their day of service. They came, they washed and sorted Legos. And this is another community partnership. This is Regeneron that came for their volunteer day of doing good. This group here, a group of local high school students who did a Lego drive for us for their Earth Day project. So we really have become a hub where we are incorporating a lot of other community partners, and they have seen us as a great resource, whether it's I need free Wi-Fi or the kids are driving me crazy and I just need someone to help with that. It's a place where you can come and feel welcomed and also learn about our services by extension, and hopefully, be a resource in that way. We're connecting people who need services. They come into the Lego store, but then leave with much more information about Jawonio and what we do there. So the impact is there's on-site training for the individuals in customer service, merchandising, and logistics, right? How do we run and operate a business? We are open 7 days a week and close on only major holidays. We have 30+ partnerships with schools, businesses, and other nonprofit organizations in and out of the county. And then again, the community visibility that destigmatizes disability in the workforce, and that is our #1 goal. I can come and I meet Brandon, not Brandon with a disability, but Brandon, who is my peer, who is an expert in Legos, and we can have that language, so now the playing field is leveled. More photos, I won't go into each one, but as you can see, we have the Lego Drive. This was when we first opened with the first reel. What we've learned over the years is that Legos are very sentimental toys. They're very costly for some families. So we are doing multiple things. People will say, oh, I didn't want to donate it because of the, when my child was younger and they haven't. But now that we understand your mission and what you're doing, that's no problem. We're happy to have them go to a different home. We also, it's an equity thing, right? So there are families who can't afford Legos, and so they can come to the store and play. They don't have to purchase. But because we are donation-based, we can resell at a price that may be more affordable to them. Why it matters. So again, the theme for today and what a lot of the other speakers have said, right? It addresses the critical workforce need that we have by bridging the gap. We have the talent, and once we have the opportunity, then we can marry those together. Because we can make any job for anyone. So if you know your colors, you can sort by color. If you can wash, you can wash. And every part of the puzzle gets us to putting back the product on the store's floor and then having that resold. So it really is an opportunity for us to break down each task that starts from when we get the Legos into having it go back on the store and being sold. We've had some of our individuals start being very shy, being in the back and not wanting to engage with people, to now being able to run the point of sale system and have regulars that come in and have built those relationships over the years. How do you get involved? You can donate Lego and Duplo. We take them in any form, any shape, dust, anything. You don't have to clean them or package them. You just drop them off and we'll do it. You can sponsor any workshops or internships, and you can learn more by going on www.brickitagain.org. And please, I'm going to ask you to follow us on all social media channels, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and LinkedIn. And that is it. So sorry for all the ups and downs, but thank you so much for your time.
I don't know if anybody has any questions, but we're happy to answer or hang out and answer any questions you might have. Yeah.
Do you have a minimum size, customer that you'd be looking for the janitorial service? Do you want so much square footage, or?
So it really depends on where the location is and how many hours. We'd have to take a look at the site. So you want a minimum of 3 or 4 hours a night? Okay, that's primarily, and we're always have to look at transportation as well, because a lot of our people cannot drive, so we're dependent on the busing.
Anybody else?
How many people followed us on Instagram? All right. So before the end of the conference, I'm gonna ask that you please follow us, because when you like and share, we amplify our mission, and then it's a ripple effect. So we could get it to all the pockets of people who would like to learn about us and support the mission. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.